Welcome back everyone, Crowon here, and today we're going to go ahead and tackle UCE Overlays. So let's go ahead and get important to our project. Alright, Overlays. So Overlays is actually a combination of multiple other add-ons that used to be in UCE. This is Aggro Overlay, this is Sprite Overlay, Icon Overlay, and it also is Stats Overlay. So anything that really is an overlay that would go over top of one of the monsters, NPCs, I just threw them all together to make it simple. They all are installed pretty much the exact same way. So alright, so here we have UCE Overlays. So we'll go ahead and open that up and we'll get our README open as we normally would. So open that. Alright, so we have one core change, which this one came from Aggro Overlay. So let's go ahead and get that done. Now, if you are using the Aggro Overlay, Aggro Area replacement that we created, then you won't have to worry about this. But if you are not, this is obviously a step you'll need to take. So let's go ahead and copy our blue text and just paste it in right there. And we can save that script out. Come back and let it compile. And there you go. Alright, so we can go and collapse scripts because we're done with that. So now the rest of everything we need to do is going to be just right here in Overlays with our prefabs. So we're going to have to add these two monster NPC and entity. So let's go ahead and go to prefabs, entities. Let's do our monster first. So let's do our skeleton. We'll double click and open that one up. And the monster one is the Aggro Overlay. So let's go and drag that onto the skeleton. And there it goes. It's just added in. Let's move it up here for cleanliness. And you can zoom in. You can see that bad boy right there. And if you want it to be a little higher, you can just drag it up like that. Now it'll be above his head a little bit more, so it's not covered his name. So Aggro Overlay, its job will be if you attack a monster and you have threat of the monster, this will be popped up on its head. Pretty simplistic and straightforward. Now let's do entity. This one's the stats overlay. So we'll drag that on. Let's drag it up here for order. And this one's a health bar that you'll see right underneath the monster's name here. And if this is too crowded, remember, you can always just come in and click all of these. And just drag them up a little bit. And then I'll clean that up a little more. And there we go. So now our skeletons are all set up. You can just go ahead and move over here to the scene. We can see that they have that. All right. And then the NPC. So let's go ahead and grab our friendly alchemist down here. Double click him. And same concept. We're just going to drag this on. Now you can see here, just puts this beautiful orange above his head. And this can be in whatever icon you want. The main pretense is like if you put a hammer and anvil here, people are going to know this is a blacksmith and so on and so forth. It's the premise, like how World of Warcraft and some other games use it. Alright, so I'll back out and you'll see that bad boy there. And we can collapse that, collapse those. We are done. Save on our project and hit play. So we can see that they're all functioning as intended. Alright, so he now has his orange. And since we're using floater, it's also floating above his head. All of our regular skeletons, because this is the afraid one, we didn't set it on him, have their health bar shown to us and they're aiming at us so we can see their health instead of having to target them. Now we can go ahead and target, make sure it works. So we hit it. Health bar is keeping track as intended. Very good. Now it appears the Aggro Overlay didn't show up, so let's check that quick. Make sure it got added to all the skeletons first. That it is. Oh yes, we missed one step. And that was we needed to link it. So let's go and open one of the skeletons prefabs back up. And we need to click on the skeleton and scroll down here to Icon Overlay here. And we just need to drag. If I can click the right one, we'll be in business. So come back down to it. It's not Icon Overlay. It is, where is aggro overlay? There it is. There you go. Just drop that on aggro overlay. And I wish these would organize so much better. But there you go. And that should make that one work. So let's go and jump back in our scene. And this test again to make sure it's functioning as we intended. And there you go. Now I see it. They don't have it because they're not fighting me. Beautiful. All right. So that is everything for overlays. So I'll catch you in the next one.